This is Calico Kate. Welcome, welcome. Yes, I watched AJ's Inspired Life last night. Yes, I came up here with another idea. I was working on a snippet roll and left it and all the stuff to work with it when I went downstairs for the evening. Came back up, put some of the stuff away that was taking up too much room, and went on another rampage. So, welcome, welcome. If you're new here, thank you so much for coming by. If you've been here before, you know what you're in for, and I do appreciate you coming back. If you like this video, I would appreciate the like. If you've not subscribed, I would appreciate that too. Well, I have been looking around my room, and I am needing to create a monthly bin capsule. A holiday capsule, a monthly capsule. I don't know what I'm to call it, but something that I can go each month and look and say, oh, this is April stuff or Easter stuff or 4th of July stuff or Flag Day or whatever the holiday. July is usually county fair, so I need to find stuff. Now, in my defense, I already have a plastic square tub, with the lid for fall and Christmas. And I think right now, at this second, because, in another minute I could change my mind, I'm going to leave it in there. Once I get how I want to do this figured out, then I may add some of that stuff in here. If it's the December, I'm not going to, because it's not so much December as Christmas. Now, I did find this paper here that can go in January. I think this is a gift from my granddaughter from when she was probably 2 or 3, and she found it and she thought, let's use up Nana's stickers because they're pretty and shiny, and stick them on a piece of paper. That is fine. I have never cared if Emerson did things like that, because I was hoping to fuel her creativity. But it's a little big for Nana. So I'm going to put this like this, and this can kind of go like this. I need to put in another sharpener. And this little speedy butterfly that's way ahead of the rest can go like this, and this can go in my spring, summer, whatever file. Now, I have made the dividers and don't like them. This is all going to go in my scrap box out of my way because I can't work right now the way things are. So what I was thinking of doing was doing a season and then the months after the season, because like July, August, part of September, part of June, you need the same colors. you know, part of September, October, November, you want the same colors. So I'm not sure how to do that. I do know these aren't tall enough. Those were some scrap file folders I just grabbed to see where to start. So I need something firmer. Well, in this old house, that was not a problem. And this, is nice and sturdy. My mother-in-law had these for a specific reason that I'm sure she didn't plan on Kathy to cut up, but I am. So this is going to be too thick. I've got to cut this off just because it's not going to stand. And let's just cut one up. I probably have 50 of these. So, you know, if one ends up in my scrap bin, it ends up in the scrap bin. Oh, those will work. I don't need it that wide on the bottom and crooked, but I never said I could cut straight. I don't even know if my eyes are straight. But I'm real proud of myself because I got up this morning and after doing my hot tea and stuff, I went ahead and got completely ready for Emerson's honor roll assembly. It is very important to that sweet child that people attend things that she does. And I wouldn't want to miss it. I have missed it because I was sick, but I feel okay today, so I'm going because next Saturday we're leaving. Now, when I say next Saturday, we're leaving the 17th of January. I doubt any burglars are watching me craft, so I think that's safe to say. And this may be posted after we leave because, as I said on another video, I don't want y'all to, you know, die from missing me, you know, after I took a 6-month break. Haha, I know, I'm kidding. But now that I'm back on, I want to kind of keep going, and I'm really having fun with videotaping. So I think I've got one up for every week of January. So probably when you see this, I will be in Florida. Now, Messy Missy, I love, is that not fun name? We hope to maybe get together while I'm in Florida and meet. It's always fun to get together with other crafters. You've all heard me talk about Selena and I. And, you know, to be able to talk with like-minded people, you know, to hear their ideas, is so rewarding. And I have a video of where Tanya McGuire and I, we met up and did some shopping, and we met up several times after that. And then Messy Missy let me know that she lives very close to where I live, so we're going to hopefully meet up. And then I hope others, you know, I can get to go. However, by not being in Florida 3 months out of the winter anymore, it's going to make it a little more difficult. Selena and I talk often. I hope that Missy and I will. Tanya and I don't so much, but, you know, she's got a lot on her plate. So, yes, I know the bottom of it's crooked, and I'm making the rest of them crooked. But, you know, these arthritic hands do the best they can. So, I am filming this with makeup on, jewelry on, hair combed, a bra on. I hate wearing those things. So that when Greg says, are you ready? I can say, yes, I am, and slide some booties on, and we'll go to town. Now, if I went by myself, Emerson and Jackson, because I would wait till he was done with school, and we would go to the pharmacy, and they would get fun Lotus drinks, and I would probably go to the consignment store. How many of those have I cut? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I need more than that. And make an outing out of it. I don't know that Papa's going to want to do that. Although I do need, we have the best little pharmacy. Down home, like I've said, the county seat of where I live is 5,000 people. And a large population of Mennonites. So we have several, you know, bookstores and that kind of thing. And most of our businesses, it seems like, are run by Mennonites. However, the pharmacy is not, and not that Mennonites wouldn't, but they have a little cafe. And that's where my girlfriend and I'm sure I've talked about the pharmacy before, would meet once a week when she's not in Texas and I'm not in Florida. And we meet once a week there for lunch. In fact, we're there often enough. I can write my name and not Justin, not Jackson. I can't remember the cook's name. It's one of their boys. He knows what I'm getting. Or write what I want, and he knows who it's for. In fact, one time, I forgot to put my name on my ticket. And I mean, they have two booths. I mean, it's little. And then some chairs. And then a counter with little bar stools. It's just adorable. Well, I forgot to put my name on it, and here it comes with Danny and now she changes hers sometimes. And I said, how did you know? He said, you're the only one that ever orders half of a, goodness, that is pathetic, honey. You're the only one that orders half of a Southwest chicken salad with pickles. I always like my pickles on the side. So anyway, I need to go by and let them know when we're leaving. And I want to get another prescription filled before we go. And then I'll have to get my prescription filled at the pharmacy in Milton. But that's neither here nor there, and I doubted you cared. If any of you know what those rings are for, I threw them away. But I know that there's a good use for them. I just don't know what. I guess I could hang things on them. They could be like something on top of journal for, I think I'm going to pull those out. Those would be fun little things to hang a tassel on, wouldn't they? Oh, Allison, you've got me thinking outside the box. I'm pulling them out right now. I'm not going to cut them all right now, but this is kind of hard cutting out. But I just know my all of them were cut, but this one, my paper cutter wouldn't do it, so. All right, now, let's count them now, because you probably counted as I did. I didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, I've got plenty. All right, so now let's put the months of the year on them, and I want them to you know how you want them to, not that I'm going to be real picky about it. It's not a doctor's office. It's my craft box. But I don't want two just alike behind one another. You know what I mean. That's okay. I hope that you all are having an awesome day. I hope you're getting to do something you want to do, whether it's crafting or sometimes I don't want to craft. I want to get something cleaned out. I sewed yesterday, which felt so fun. I had been needing to make perp claws, as I've talked about, for my nephew. Excuse the reach. I need a pretty pen. And so I got those sewed, and I got them now by my chair, and all they need now is to be trimmed. And I'm thinking I may take those with me to the honor roll assembly. I was thinking about doing orange. Ooh, that'll work. And clipping them there. A lot of times I take my knitting, but okay, so this is going to be January, February. Started to spell it wrong, but that's okay. I know. March. So anyway, I hope to take those so I can get those done. And Tuesday, I'm getting my hair done. See if I put April. I'll mail them. I'll have to talk to my sister and get the address, because I don't know I don't have any of his contact information. July. So I'll get that all sent. August. This is going to get abbreviated. That's okay. It's my birthday month. September. Isn't that beautiful? August, September, October. Well, October. November. And do I want a December? Well, why not? That way when I find something, I can put it in there. And then I'm going to maybe I'm going to wait and see about how this works first. So these are going to go in my January, knowing it can snow. I mean, we had snow the last day of November this year, quite a bit of it. So we have January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Oh, I am so glad all those years of teaching that I remember. So this I'm going to put do I want to start with winter? I think I will. So this is going to be winter. I'm going to put that there and then move that snowflake there. And then I want spring. And spring is in, let's see, December, January, February. Spring starts in March. And then I'm going to have summer. Summer begins in June, April, and May. So it begins in June. Fall begins in September 22nd, I think. And there we go. Now, I know it's pretty pitiful. So bright colors, I think of summer because that's when the bright flowers and all that come out. So I'm going to put these bright colors all under summer, wouldn't you? And then these pastels, I'll put in summer and spring. Not that there aren't bright flowers then too. Okay, now, to me these aren't patriotic. I'm going to put them in summer, and then if I want to use them for 4th of July, I can. Okay, these would be summer. These would be spring. I'm not a crazy fan. I'm getting rid of the neon. Emerson likes neon, so we'll let her have that. So this is going to be summer. Then these are summer. That must have been a summer pack. And then these I'm going to put, that could go in Christmas. I don't think I'll use much red in the fall, not because there isn't plenty to use, but because, you know, you think Christmas with the, oh, but I like that. So, yeah, that's going to go in fall. Then this, and I've got this. So what you think? I can't hear you yelling. I think I'm going to put this here in the front because I don't know, and here in the front because I don't know. Now, I still have 2 of these, and I'm just going to stick them in the back in case I decide I want to put in 4th of July, or I want to add Veterans Day, or Christmas, or something like that. So I'm going to just put those 2 in the back. Like I said, we've got plenty more. Those cute little butterflies, I'm going to put, aren't they cute? I'm going to put those in summer. I just don't have much. Well, I'll be in Florida, close to a Michael's, close to a Walmart, close to a Dollar Tree, close to Hobby Lobby. Maybe I've got a list going here in my planter of, see the washi tape? Those are washi tapes that I watch that I see I need. Need being relative. So here's going to be craft supplies needed. I'm not going to put wanted. Holiday items. For, oh, what does she call that? It's a capsule, monthly capsule. And I better mark it or I'll forget to look at these. Craft wants. And thrift stores. I have some thrift stores down there. Not as good of ones as others have, but I still have some. Rarely find craft supplies at them. Though Tanya and I did pretty good, and Selena and I have done pretty good at a couple of different ones, but they're always hit and miss. And I guess that's like all of them. They're all hit and miss. But Selena's wanting to go. The problem I'm going to have down there is we are down to one vehicle. While we were up here this summer, an adopted niece, she's just love her dearly, had a friend. Her mom was my principal, and her dad passed away, and recently, shock to Greg, he still isn't over it. I think that was why he decided, you know what, let's sell the house and go other places, because it's going to be rough for him to be down there. But a friend or somebody she knew and trusted needed a car. Theirs broke down or she wrecked it or something, and she said, may she use yours? And I think Greg said, well, yeah. It's not very good condition, but she's welcome to use it. Well, then she asked, could she buy it? I don't know if we've even been paid for it. We didn't care. It's not worth much. It was, if it was worth anything, it might have been worth $1,000. So, look at me tidy up my desk. So we did that. So we now are just one vehicle. That's going to be difficult. Here in Missouri, it's not difficult because we rarely go any place, and if it was real important, we both go. Well, if I'm going to want to run out to Selena's or something, I don't want Greg to have to take me out there. And I don't want her to come in and get me, so I'm going to try and time it when he goes out to my brother's, who is kind of on the way. And, yeah, there we go. So, because I'll be the one without the vehicle. I'll work it around his scheduling. I'll work it around all that kind of stuff because I just will. Now, Selena would probably say, we're going that way. Let me just come and get you. And if we're going, and I'm fine with that too. But that's how it works. I'm just that personality that I'm proud of this idea. This is my ephemera box of things I've made, cut out, or sewn. And I have this little chair. Now, I just pretty much fussy cut when I need them. But see, I have stuff like this in these little pouches. I think these came with my Happy Planner that I don't use anymore. And I have like tea bags and little things there. I don't know what you even call them. Here are labels. Here are more labels. Some of these are vintage, some are not. These are little check stubs that were Greg's, got a billion of that were Greg's. This I made. Here's some bingo sheets, more labels, some stamps, some coupons, people that aren't Tim Holtz people. Here are calling cards. Here are small die cuts that I need painted. This is ephemera I would like to put on some stuff. I bought a book, and here are purses I found. I've talked about how I change purses like I do my socks. Here's some stamped ephemera. Here's some I've cut out of a magazine. There's the chairs. Here are washi tape that I made. Here's already colored or cut out of colored paper die cuts. Here are too big of die cuts that don't fit anywhere. This is a photo album I could use. That could go back here. These are envelopes I could use to store stuff or decorate with that are just handy. I've got lots of them. These are little books. I absolutely love them that Paint Girly made. And I was keeping all this ephemera in those. But they're envelopes. And then you can stick them inside. I feel like I'm right in your face. And I bought 2 of those from her. She was having an auction from her channel. She's a beautiful artist. Here's a photo album I was keeping die cuts in. Here's one I made that's bigger. I should send that to somebody for Apple. That's something I could do, is start a Happy Mail bin. Because I do have things I could use for Happy Mail. And I should send something to Allison, because my goodness, she's given me enough ideas to ward off a war. But anyhow, there we go. I hope this finds you doing wonderfully. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. If you like the video, you can hype it or a like. I'd appreciate that. And I hope you always remember, you have a purpose. Bye for now.